Look, man, a lot of people just like hating on Triple H because it's trendy right now. It's very fashionable. People like to feel smart, right? Without having context on why you feel that way about Triple H. People never keep that same energy. When it comes to this channel, I keep that same energy. I don't fucking backtrack, right? People are trying to compare Triple H to Tony Khan with all these returns, right? Look, I don't backtrack on what I say ever. That's what makes me the best. I keep that same fucking energy. I'm not backtracking on Triple H whatsoever. And here's why. Dog, it's a great thing that he's bringing back people. How many videos have I made saying that roster is weak as fuck? How many times have I said that we don't need a fucking brand split because that roster is weak? How many times have I said that that company needs only one world champion based on how weak that roster is? The fact that Roman Reigns has beaten the whole roster, all except Cody Rhodes, right? Which is making his reign seem weak and boring if he has beaten the whole fucking roster. So how is it a bad thing that Triple H is bringing back future opponents that Roman Reigns can face? Let me say that once again. He's bringing back future opponents for Roman Reigns to face so his reign won't seem boring and repetitive. Braun Strowman, Bray, Cross. These guys can be future opponents. So how is it a bad thing that he's bringing back people? The goddamn Good Brothers can be opponents for the Usos. If he keeps bringing back people, hell, we might need a brand split. Ain't that the point? Maybe we can go back to having 2 world champions if Triple H brings back more people so the roster can be stronger. Make up your mind. Before Triple H was in charge, you people were saying the roster was weak. Roman had no more opponents. You were saying these shows are bad, etc., etc., etc. But you were saying these rosters are weak, and you were saying Vince shouldn't be cutting all these people. It's making the roster look weak. He shouldn't cut Keith Lee, Buddy Murphy, Black, guys, etc., 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 etc. Right? You're saying he should have kept Swerve and that he kept on cutting. Right? That's all you were saying. That why is WWF cutting all these guys? The roster looks weaker and weaker and weaker. Okay, Triple H is trying to fix that problem by bringing back people so the roster can feel stronger and look stronger. Now Roman has fresh new opponents that he can revisit down the line. Bray, Braun, Cross, hell, maybe a Johnny Gargano, maybe. He has future opponents that he can face now. We might go back to a brand split. That's the point. That's why I was the only one saying we only need one world champion, because that roster is too fucking weak for Raw to have their own world champion. Who is that world champion going to face? Right? If that Raw roster was weak, that brand needs only one world champion, and that's Roman Reigns, because that roster was weak as shit. Now Triple H is trying to make the roster seem stronger. Now we might go back to a brand split, and now we might go back to Raw and SmackDown having 2 world champions separate on each brand. That's the point. Do not compare his ass to Tony Khan. All he is doing is trying to right the wrongs that Vince did by cutting people that should have not been cut in the first place. That's all H is doing right now. He's trying to help out the product. He's not trying to pander. He's trying to make the roster have more depth. Now that Gallows and Anderson is back, now that tag team division seems stronger now. We won't get same old rematch. Now the Usos got more opponents. That will be a future feud on Gallows, Anderson, and the Usos. So see, that's my point. I have no issues with Triple H bringing back people. In fact, I hope he brings back more people. Make that roster strong so your world champions can have opponents to face. See, you people just want to feel smart. Yeah. It's trendy to shit on Triple H just to make yourself feel smart, but you ain't smart. You're a dumbass. You don't know shit about this business. I do. Since 1992, I've been watching this business before y'all was even fucking born, bro. This business is in my blood. So you can't tell me shit that I don't know about this business. What he's doing, that company needs it. He needs to bring back more people. These shows were boring as shit for a very long time, when all these guys are being cut left and right. Triple H is trying to right the wrongs. If I was running the show, I would do the same. In fact, I hope he brings back John Morrison. I hope he brings back his wife. I hope they bring back Bronson Reed. I hope they bring back Tegan Knox. Bruh, you can never go wrong building up a stronger mid-card. Like, fuck the main event scene. It's all about building up that mid-card for both shows. So I hope Triple H I hope he brings back more people. As long as it makes both rosters strong as hell, that's all that matters. So here's why Tony Khan can't just release anybody who asks to be released. Because it will create chaos. Because if he were to release somebody who asked to be released, that means tons of other people on that roster would ask to be released. Because they would say, hold on, you granted Andre Idol his release, why can't you grant my release? So he will create those type of problems. That's why he can't do it. And it will make no sense. See, these are only people he is supposed to cut. People that are not on TV. I don't know why he don't cut those people. Those people are the ones he should get rid of. Guys like a Brian Cage, dudes like that. If you ain't barely using these people on TV, then yeah, you should let them walk away. But all the people like Andre who wants to be cut, look, man, he cannot cut you, and here's why. All right, he is not giving you good bookings, but at the end of the day, you are on TV every week doing something. Once again, it don't matter if you are not a star, at least he's on TV using you, right? You are on TV and you are being used by Tony Khan. Whether it's trash, it don't matter. You on TV, which means you are a part of the plans. You are an investment. So, right, just imagine. Tony books somebody on TV every week and then he grants them their release. It's like, hold on. You was just on my TV every week for a whole year. Now all of a sudden you are on Raw damn near next week. It's like, no, that would make no sense. It's like, dog, you are my investment. I can't just cut you this fast, because what if you go to Raw SmackDown the next week? It's like, damn, I tried my best to put you over. I gave you a name, and now you are on somebody else's TV show damn near next month or next week. That would make no sense. That would be bad business. See, these are only people TK is supposed to cut. People that are not being used. People that are on dark. Those are the people he's supposed to get rid of, like Marco Stunt or Joey. What's his name? Joey Janela. Dudes like that, dudes who you are not using, okay, let them walk away. That don't matter. Okay, that don't matter. That's very understandable, right? That's why he took away Marco Stunt from his group, because he had plans on getting rid of Marco Stunt. So he took him off TV altogether. That's what you should do as a businessman. I'm not going to hype up your name by always putting you on TV every week, and then all of a sudden you want to get released and I'm going to give you your release. No, bro. I have to take you off TV first so people can forget about you. If Andre was to leave now, he would be somewhat of a hot name. So you can't do it. You have to take him off TV so his name can get lower and lower and lower. So we won't be talking about him. Don't let him walk away with a hot name. Let us forget about him. That's what Tony Khan does. Take his ass off TV first, so we can stop investing in him first. That's what Tony Khan does. So that's to answer your question on why does Tony Khan not just cut people. Dog, you can't do that. You can't give people that kind of power. It's like, at the end of the day, this is a business. Now, when it comes to how the WWF handles cuts, they do cut you when they are not using you on TV. That's the name of the game. They do cut you when you ask for it because you are not being used on TV. That's when they do cut you. See, that's totally different. But if you are on TV and you are being booked, it don't matter if you are a loser or a winner. That's a dumb reason for them to cut you just because you don't like your booking. Dog, the only time you're supposed to ask for your release is when you are not being used on TV. If you are being used, but you are losing, who cares? You are being used on TV. That's all that matters. As long as you are being used, that's all that matters. That's why they can't cut you, because you are an investment. It don't matter if you are a loser or a winner. They are using you on TV. So that's what Tony Khan should do. Only cut people who you are not utilizing, like a Marco Stunt or Sonny Kiss, guys like that. Okay, it don't matter if you cut them because you are not using them. But when it comes to like a Andre or a Buddy Murphy, it's like, nah, bro, you have to keep those guys. It's like, yeah, they are not winning matches, but they are being used in storylines. They are being used, okay. They are being booked like shit, but as long as they are being used, that's all that matters. Dude, freaking Brian Cage is not being used, right? That guy should be cut because you are not using them. So what's the point? So Tony Khan has everything all fucked up. Dog, don't keep around people who you are not using, but keep around people until their contract expires who you are using. That's why it's hard for him to cut certain people. If he is using you on TV, it's hard for him to cut you. It's like, come on, man, that makes no sense. You can't have multiple Lex Lugers, right? Where he's on Raw this week and next week he's on fucking Nitro. You can't do that. You can't pull a Rick Rude where he was on Raw and Nitro on the same day. Right now, like, you can't do that. You can't make your company look bad like this. That's why Tony Khan has to keep people who he's using on TV every week. Now, if he was to cut Andre, that means he has to keep Andre off TV for months. So we all can forget about him. Other than that, he has to keep him. It's like, yeah, we can cry and complain about it, but nah, bruh, you gotta stay your ass here until I take you off TV. Cause I can't have you walk to Triple H with a hot name who was just on TV for a different channel. Nah, bruh, that would make Triple H look good. That's why Tony Khan can't cut people with big names yet. He has to take your ass off TV first, then Tony Khan can possibly cut you. But, dude, Tony Khan can easily cut people. Even with a 5-year contract, Tony can still cut you. It's just he don't want to. It's like, bruh, guys in the NFL don't have guaranteed contracts. He should know that. So, come on, man. Tony Khan can easily cut Adam Coleslaw. He can easily cut Keith Lee, guys like that, if he wants to. Fuck a 5-year contract, bruh. Come on, man, that's bullshit. That's a bold-faced lie. Fuck a 5-year contract, dog. Guys in the NFL get cut all the time with 5-year contracts. Hell, what's his name? Matt Rule of the Panthers was fired, and guess what? He had a 5-year contract. They got fired him after 3 years. So it's possible to be fired with a 5-year contract. Don't give me that bullshit. So overall, that's the main reason why Tony Khan cannot cut people. If you are on TV every week, he cannot cut you. Not until he decides to take you off TV first. Okay, I'm done.